Welcome to the Towering Tropical Church NFL Football Update, where I get to talk about all things NFL. As always, brought to you by Mango Rum, which is so good and good for you. Yes, here we are. It is championship weekend. That's right. Winners of these two games gets to go on to the Super Bowl. One from the AFC, one from the NFC. Now, I know for most of you, your teams ain't in it. I'm a Jets fan. My team is never in it. But that don't mean I can't enjoy these games. So let's check them out, shall we? We're going to the AFC first, and we've got, stop me if you've heard this before, the Kansas City Chiefs playing in the AFC Championship game for the sixth time in a row, going up against the Baltimore Ravens and everybody's consensus for MVP this year, quarterback Lamar Jackson. This should be a barn burner of a game. Did you know that the Ravens were the #1 ranked defense in the NFL in terms of scoring? And the Chiefs were #2. So you got two of the best defenses in the league going up against each other. Now, we all know about Pat Mahomes and the Super Bowl rings and the MVPs. And you know what? It's just a foregone conclusion, it seems, every year that he's going to be playing in the AFC Championship game. For the Ravens, it's more of a, oh, wow, hey, Lamar Jackson got his money. You know, he got a lot of money. And you know what? He carried this team to the AFC Championship game. But he didn't do it by himself because that defense is just absolutely lights out. So how is this game going to work? Well, you know what? I look at the Baltimore Ravens and I don't see a weakness on defense. They got a defensive line that's outstanding, a defensive tackle that has 13 sacks, linebackers that are fast, smart, and can hit, and your secondary, oh, they cover people like blankets. Plus, they got an all-world safety in Kyle Hamilton, who reminds me a lot of a bigger Troy Polamalu. Smart, fast, and he is a hard hitter with a nose for the football. So the Chiefs have their work cut out for them. But you know what the Chiefs have? They have Patrick Mahomes. And lately, he's been finding not just his tight end, Kelsey, but they've got Pachenko, who runs angry all the time at the running back position. He ran for over 1,100 yards this year. And their new wideout, Rashid Rice, excuse me. He seems to be the one guy on the outside that Mahomes can count on. Now, he ain't Tyreek Hill, don't get me wrong, but he's made some plays for him. So how do I see this game going? It's going to be knocked down, dragged out. I know the Chiefs are used to being in these games. I know they're playing another playoff game on the road, which is two weeks in a row. But you know, they've proven that they ain't got no problem with that, the way they stomped all over the Bills last week. Now, however, they don't have that downfield passing game that we're so used to seeing before. With the Ravens, they're going to bludgeon you. Their offensive line is going to bludgeon you. Their defensive line is going to bludgeon you. And with Lamar Jackson, he finally has a wideout he can throw to. Zahid Taylor. I think that's his first name. But anyway, he's been the one outside guy that Lamar Jackson never really had before. Plus, they are going to get Mark Andrews, their all-world tight end, who hasn't played since November. He's going to be back. So that's going to be one of those middle of the fields. You can't just concentrate on guys on the outside because Andrews will kill you on the inside. I'm not sure how this game's going to go. I mean, I kind of know. The Ravens have blown everybody out. They've got 13 wins, 11 of which against teams that finished 500 or better. Pretty damn good. And when I say they have no weakness, even their kicking game, Justin Tucker, arguably the greatest field goal kicker in the history of the NFL. No stranger to pressure. It doesn't bother him at all. Oh, Lord, I really don't know who I think. I'm going to take the Ravens in this one, mainly because I think that Lamar's due. This is his time. He's done everything else. He's gotten his money. He's led his team to the #1 seed. They're hosting the game, the AFC Championship game. I think it's his time. And, I don't think the pressure is going to get to him, mainly because John Harbaugh, his coach, has been there before. So I like the Chiefs. I like the Ravens to win this one. It's going to be tight. If it comes down to the last 2 minutes, I'd rather see, if you're a Ravens fan, I think you'd rather see your defense on the field rather than your offense. So I like the Ravens to win that. Going over to the NFC, oh my goodness gracious. Hey, stop me if you heard this before. Again, the San Francisco 49ers are in the NFC Championship game, and they're playing at home, and they are hosting the Detroit Lions. That's right, everybody's favorite punching bag for years is close to going to the Super Bowl. And you can thank Dan Campbell, their coach, for changing the entire culture. And you can thank Jared Goff, who's playing with a chip on his shoulder that's got to be the size of like the Ford plant. And everybody loves this team. And you know what? I like this team too. I mean, we all know what the 49ers are all about. They got Brock Purdy. Deebo Samuel is going to play even with that bum shoulder. Now, that not so much I think is going to affect him so much in running routes, but they may not use him as much as a runner because, you know, when you're running the football, you're getting hit all the time. As more of a wideout, you can step out of bounds. So he'll play, but it won't have as big of an impact as I think. But this whole offense revolves around Christian McCaffrey anyway. He covers up a lot of mistakes, and every time he touches the football, he can go all the way. And watch out for George Kittle. If Purdy gets in trouble, he might be looking for Kittle to bail him out. Meanwhile, for the Detroit Lions, I mean, hey, Jared Goff, of course, is the wonderful story there. But, you know, watch out for their wideouts. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has the greatest name in football, he's the real deal. He's got good speed, he knows how to get open, and he's got great hands, and he's not afraid to take a hit. Very, very, very important because he's going to probably get hit 3 or 4 times really hard in this game. But what really sells me on the Lions is their two-headed monster in the backfield. Their rookie, Jaleel Gibbs. Yes, he is big. I mean, big, not really big. He's 5'9", but 200 pounds, but he is fast and he can catch. And plus they got David Montgomery. I mean, that's a two-headed monster that, frankly, I think defensive tackles and linebackers are going to get really tired of chasing and hitting all game. How do I see this game going? I think right now, besides them being America's darlings, I think the momentum is really going with the Lions. I think they will run through walls for their coach. That everybody has utmost confidence in Jared Goff. Plus their offensive line is maybe the best in football. And Aiden Hutchinson, second-year defensive end. I'm telling you, if Brock Purdy ain't careful with the football, and he has a tendency to get a little sloppy from time to time, Aiden Hutchinson will separate his head from his body and take the football. So how do I see this game going? I like the Lions to win. I like the Lions to go on the road in San Francisco. Sorry, James Latin. Sorry, Scotty Bryant. Sorry, 49er fans. But hey, Peg Leg Meg, I am taking the Lions to win. So enjoy the games on Sunday. Remember, the winner of each of these games goes to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, which should be a very interesting contest. I am looking forward to that. But more importantly, have fun. Break out the chips, the dip, the wings, the salsa, the beer, and of course, the mango rum. Have fun, and we'll see you for the Super Bowl.